Hello everybody, Emily with TVN here. Today we are going to do a little album review, and that album is going to be The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. It came out a few days ago, I believe. There's been a lot of talk about it, so I went ahead and listened to the whole thing, top to bottom, and here's what I have written down for it. I'll go song by song, but I won't be too crazy in depth with it, because I'm sure most of you have already listened to the songs and have your own opinions about them. Fate of Ophelia, first track on the album. I did watch it with the music video just because it's the only one that has one, so I figured why not. Thoughts on the music video? It was really cool. It was fun to watch. Pretty well done. I would say it fit the vibe of the album cover and the title of the album. At the beginning, I thought, because it was a little bit slower with just a piano, and I thought it was gonna be a different vibe than what she usually did. She usually does some poppy stuff, so I was like, oh cool, like something different. It quickly went into a pop beat anyways, so I was a little disappointed with that, but that's her vibe and that's totally okay. I will preface this saying I am not a Taylor Swift fan, not a Swiftie, so for this album I went in as neutral as I possibly could be, giving her a chance. It's just not my favorite genre of music. First track on the album, The Fate of Ophelia, was catchy. I could tell it was definitely about Travis Kelce, her partner at the moment. It was fun. There's not a lot to say about it. It sounded like another one of her songs that she's made previously. Wasn't bad, wasn't my favorite. Elizabeth Taylor, I looked it up, just some of the meanings of the songs, because it was kind of hard to tell what she was going for with the meaning for some of them. I looked up in an interview, she did say that Elizabeth Taylor was a tribute to Travis Kelce, her partner. Again, it sounded a little bit of the same as the first song, poppy, upbeat. She says, I'd cry my eyes violet when it goes into that chorus. The harmonies are really nice. That's all I really had to say about Elizabeth Taylor. Then for Opalite, it did the same thing with The Fate of Ophelia, where it started kind of slow and then it went back into that poppy beat that she always does. Again, I like the harmonies in this song. They're pretty. From a lyric standpoint, they weren't my favorite. I felt like she could have used different words for some of the phrases that she used. I don't have a better word other than it felt a little lazy. If you listen to it, give it a listen, you'll kind of see what I mean. A song that I was very confused about, which will be the fourth track on the album, is Father Figure. I had to look up what she was kind of getting at with this song, because I couldn't tell if it was like a partner in her past she was talking about that was kind of like abusive and like trying to like take control of her or whatever. It could be about that, I don't know. I read that she said it was kind of playing on power dynamics. Not only men are all powerful and have those powerful positions, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then I listened to the song, and the lyric I wrote down specifically is, I can make deals with the devil because my is bigger. I was not expecting that to be on one of her songs, but her brand isn't really like not being very edgy, and that's how it came off, so I was taken aback by that. The Eldest Daughter, this is where it kind of breaks up from the poppiness, and it's a nice piano ballad, so I was like, this is refreshing, we'll get something different. Some of the lyrics I couldn't take seriously is the best way to describe it, but I'm not a bad and this isn't savage. I'm never gonna let you down, I'm never gonna leave you out. Those lyrics, I was like, I don't get what she's going for, kind of thing. We will go to the next song here, which is Ruin the Friendship. Some people think this is about her relationship with Blake Lively. I can either confirm or deny that. Again, we're back onto the pop beat. My first impression of it was, it sounded like cheating. Like she was talking about cheating on somebody. But then I looked it up and it was not about that at all. It was completely wrong. But I will say, a running theme in this album is some of the lyrics don't make sense, and it kind of confuses me as to what the song is actually about. Actually Romantic. Actually, I did enjoy the song, the first few seconds of it. I, however, did not like when she made it sexual, which whatever, people do that all the time with songs, but again, it's not her brand. I don't care how old she is. It's not because of her age for me, it's because she's never really like that. And a lot of people have said that she's kind of trying to copy Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if that is what she's doing, but that is how it is coming off. And it's not working for her, unfortunately. You'll have to listen to the song, because I don't know if I can say anything on here about it. But basically, it's kind of a diss on Charlie XCX. I guess they called her like a boring, bland Barbie or something along those lines. She says it in the song. It was just uncomfortable. It didn't work. Like, I'm all for like explicit, those kind of songs if they're done right. And this just made me uncomfortable is the best way that I can describe it. For Wishlist is the next one. I'm pretty sure it's again about Travis. One thing I will say about the song before, Actually Romantic, it was refreshing that it was not about Travis. A lot of these songs on here are most definitely about Travis, which is fine, but I don't think you need half the album to be about it. It got old quick, is how I should say. Wishlist definitely went back to Travis again. She's also trying to do all this slang stuff in her songs. Again, it didn't work and it sounded awkward. I will share a lyric that I'm specifically talking about. When I say the slang stuff, boss up, settle down, got a wish list, I just want you. Boss up is specifically what I'm talking about. It just doesn't, I applaud her for trying to do something different, but it is awkward and it doesn't sound right coming from her mouth, if that makes sense. It would be like Lana Del Rey rapping a Nicki Minaj song. That's how my brain can relate to what she's trying to do. And then the next, a lot of people have been talking about this one, specifically Wood. This is most obviously about Travis, and it's most definitely in the most suggestive way possible. That's all I have to say about that one. That one was crazy. I was not expecting that from her. Yeah. So then we're gonna go to Canceled, which I also didn't like this song either. It was too upbeat and poppy for the edgy lyrics and tone she was trying to go with. That is my main critique. I think it would have worked if she just didn't do the same poppy upbeat thing. So that's what I had to say about that one. This is the second to last track on the album. It's called Honey. A positive thing I have to say about this, it is nice that she got to take a negative connotation with a word and turn it into a positive with her partner, Travis. That's very beautiful. But, however, at this point, it being the 11th song on the track, and it's again about Travis, is a lot for me. I don't know if it's just me personally, I can't deal with it, but a lot of people have also complained about it. If you wanted to make a whole album about Travis, go off. It's her career, she can do whatever she wants. But I would at least promote it that way. Because when I read The Life of a Showgirl, I don't think Travis Kelce. So that is my gripe about that. The last and final track on this song is called Life of a Showgirl. And I was shocked to hear that Sabrina is featured on this song. I didn't know that. So it's ironic that everybody is saying that she's trying to copy Sabrina and she's on this album. So, because I didn't even read that she was featured on it. I was just listening, didn't know that she was featured on it. I instantly caught when it changed Taylor to Sabrina. And I'm not gonna lie, I liked Sabrina singing it more than Taylor, purely based on the fact that it is more of Sabrina's brand. It wasn't that bad of a song. I liked it. It was okay. I do, however, after listening to all of this and then going back and reflecting on the title of the album, I didn't get The Life of a Showgirl, which is the name of the album. the songs to me did not project that message that she was trying to convey. I would say my overall consensus of the whole album is it was really repetitive for me personally. It felt like the same beat. I even listened to it absent-mindedly 2 days ago before actually listening to all the lyrics, and I swore the same song was playing for like 10 minutes, but they were different songs. So I would say that I wish there was more variety almost. Like there were different pop beats, but it all still sounded the same to me for some reason. And I was excited because I thought she was going to go in the route of like some artist did with almost telling like a fictional story that they had made up. The Lumineers did that with one of their albums, and I don't know if it was based on a true story or not. Like her first track, it looks like it's gonna tell a story of this showgirl and how it is on stage, off stage, behind the scenes, what she struggles with, and like the highlights and the lows of being a showgirl. And I didn't get that. That's what I was actually kind of excited, even though I'm not a Swiftie. I was like, oh, this might be actually a pretty cool album. And it was just a lot of her talking about how happy she is in her relationship with Travis, which is great. That's so good for her. But it wasn't, again, I don't think she promoted the right message throughout her songs. Like, again, I thought it was gonna be this whole story, and it wasn't, so that was kind of disappointing to me. I'm not trying to bash on her singing. She's a wonderful singer, great performer. I'm sure I've never seen her at a concert, but I've seen clips. She puts a lot of effort into what she does. This album specifically, though, was not up to the standard of what I thought I was going to hear, especially from a person that does not listen to her very often. And I know I've heard some of her fans say that as well. I know I have a friend that enjoys her music, and she even said that she was not very happy with the album. My main takeaways were I wish she did something a little bit different, not just the same pop beat all the time. I yearned for something a little bit different. Even with that piano ballad in there, it's still, I forgot about it. You know what I mean? Like, it was not memorable enough for me to be like, that was great. Talked about Travis Kelce too much. You could tell it would be different if she like kind of tried to make it into like a character, almost trying to separate it from him, but she didn't, and it was not, and because she did that, it wasn't relatable to me. A lot of what sells in songs is being able to relate to it, and when you kind of stick a meaning to a song that's just for her, which is fine, but the success rate of it might go down a bit because of it. Like, I couldn't think of my partner during Wood, if that makes sense. Like, I knew it was about him specifically, and it just made me a little bit uncomfortable. But after listening to me yap about this for however long this video is gonna be, go and listen to the album if you have not already, and then you might see some of the things that I was talking about, be like, oh yeah, I get it, that's like kind of weird. But yeah, please go and make your own opinions on it. Maybe you'll love the album. Some people are not gonna like it at all. But yeah, that's my little review on her album.